Power isn't given, it's taken. It lurks in every boardroom, every friendship, every family dinner. Ignore it, and you're prey. Master it, and the world bends to you. Welcome to Book Power, where we unleash the raw, unfiltered truths from Robert Greene's legendary The 48 Laws of Power. This isn't feel-good advice. It's a survival guide for the ruthless game of life. If you're ready to stop being played and start playing, hit that like button now, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The real game begins right here. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Book Power. If you just watched the intro and felt that chill down your spine, good. That means you're awake. Today we begin the real dissection of Robert Greene's masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power. Chapter 1 covers the 2 laws most people trip over the hardest and pay the highest price for ignoring. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies, but we'll focus heavy on reputation here because it ties directly into survival. Let's get brutally honest right now. You walk into a meeting, you drop the perfect idea. Numbers back it up. Everyone nods. Your boss smiles, but it's tight. 2 weeks later, you're sidelined on the next big project. You wonder why? You were just being brilliant, right? Wrong. You committed the cardinal sin. You made your superior feel small. Robert Greene doesn't sugarcoat it. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In the court of Louis XIV, Nicolas Foucault, the superintendent of finances, threw the most spectacular party Versailles had ever seen to impress the young king. Fireworks, rare wines, Molière performed live. The king smiled, applauded, then arrested Fouquet 3 weeks later, imprisoned him for life, and took everything. Why? Because in one night, Fouquet had outshone the Sun King. Historical example after historical example proves the same pattern. Galileo dedicated his discoveries to the Medici, but carefully framed every breakthrough so they looked like they had inspired or enabled it. He never claimed sole genius. Contrast that with Thomas Edison's early rival Nikola Tesla. Brilliant but arrogant in public demonstrations. Edison made sure the world saw him as the inventor. Tesla faded into bitterness and poverty. Modern translation: your boss isn't paying you to be smarter than him in public. The move is subtle power. Plant seeds. I was thinking about what you said last quarter, and it led me to this data. Reflect glory. Thanks to your guidance on the last campaign, we unlocked this new angle. Stay one step behind in the spotlight. Let them announce the win, even if 80% of the work was yours. People call this kissing ass. Greene calls it intelligence. Do it wrong and you trigger envy, the most dangerous human emotion. Envy doesn't forgive. Envy waits. Envy poisons slowly. Now flip to the other side of the coin. Your reputation. Law 5 in the book is so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. But Greene plants the seed early because nothing else matters if this falls. Your reputation is not what you say about yourself. It's the story others tell when you're not in the room. Think of it as currency. A reputation for being reliable means people give you bigger projects without micromanaging. A reputation for ruthlessness means competitors hesitate before crossing you. A reputation for unpredictability makes people think twice before manipulating you. But here's the terrifying part. Reputation is built slowly and destroyed in seconds. One leaked email, one public meltdown, one rumor that sticks. Game over. Real-world case study most people know but don't connect. Lance Armstrong. 7 Tour de France titles. Hero status. Inspiration for cancer survivors. Then the doping scandal broke. One confession. The entire empire collapsed overnight. Sponsors fled. Titles stripped. Legacy torched. Why? Because his reputation was built on purity. One crack and the whole facade shattered. Greene's advice isn't to be perfect, it's to be deliberate. How to build and protect your reputation. 1. Decide what your brand is. Quiet competence, fierce loyalty. Creative genius, ruthless closer. Pick one or two. Never try to be everything. 2. Engineer moments that reinforce it. Small, consistent actions. The guy who always delivers early gets the reliable tag. The woman who quietly sabotages a rival's promotion without fingerprints gets the dangerous tag. 3. Control the narrative early. Gossip starts. Counter it fast, not defensively, but with a better story. Funny how people twist things when they're threatened. 4. Use absence strategically. The less people see you explode or complain, the more mythical you become. 5. Punish attacks on your reputation, not with rage, but with cold, calculated consequences. People remember pain more than praise. Most dangerous myth of the 21st century. Just be yourself, and it will work out. No, be strategic, be calculated. Be the author of your myth. If you ignore these 2 laws, never outshining an obsessive reputation defense, you will spend your life wondering why opportunities keep slipping away, while less talented people rise. Power isn't fair. Power isn't kind. Power rewards those who understand the invisible rules. That's why you're here. Stop being a victim of those rules and start writing them. If this first chapter already hit you like a freight train, smash that like button right now. It tells YouTube to push this to more people who need to hear it. Subscribe to Book Power and turn on the bell. We're going deep into all 48 laws. No fluff, no censorship. Just raw strategy that actually works in offices, relationships, and every battlefield of life. Drop a comment. Which law scares you the most so far? Outshining the master or losing your reputation? Let's see who's really paying attention. Next chapter, we go darker. Conceal your intentions and always say less than necessary. You don't want to miss it. This is Book Power. We don't play nice. We play to win. Imagine you're sitting across from someone at a negotiation table. You smile, you nod. You seem completely open, even friendly. But inside your mind, you're already 10 moves ahead. You know exactly what you want, exactly how you'll get it, and they have absolutely no idea. That's not deception for its own sake. That's strategy. That's power. And this is precisely what Robert Greene hammers home in one of the most unsettling yet liberating lessons of the 48 Laws of Power. Never reveal what you read truly after. The moment you expose your intentions, you hand your opponent a loaded weapon and they will use it against you. The open book problem. Most people walk through life like open books. They talk too much. They share their plans too early. They announce their ambitions, their frustrations, their next moves, not out of stupidity, but out of a deeply human need for connection and validation. We want people to understand us. We want to be seen, heard, supported. And so we talk. But here, as the brutal truth Greene forces us to confront, in a world driven by competition and self-interest, transparency is not a virtue, it's a vulnerability. When you tell someone what you want, you give them the power to block you, to use that information against you, or to position themselves to benefit at your expense. Even people who seem supportive can unconsciously or very consciously use what you've shared to undermine you. Think about the last time you shared a big idea too soon. What happened? Maybe someone shot it down before it had time to breathe. Maybe someone else quietly took credit for it. Maybe the excitement you felt was deflated by skepticism or indifference. That's not bad luck. That's the cost of revealing too much too soon. The smokescreen strategy. So what do the truly powerful do instead? They create smokescreens. They let people see what they want them to see, and nothing more. Greene points to history's most formidable strategists as proof. They would present false intentions, lead rivals down the wrong path, and smile warmly while working silently toward their real goals. They understood something profound. People can only respond to what they perceive. Control perception, and you control outcomes. This doesn't mean you have to lie. In fact, the most sophisticated version of this strategy involves telling a version of the truth, just not the whole truth. You might share a minor goal while concealing the major one. You might express enthusiasm for something ordinary, while your real project develops quietly in the background. Greene calls this the art of distraction through decoy. While everyone's attention is on the decoy, your real plans mature undisturbed. The power of ambiguity. There's another dimension to this law that is even more powerful than concealment. Deliberate ambiguity. When people can't quite figure you out, something fascinating happens. They become obsessed with you. The human mind cannot tolerate uncertainty for long. We are pattern-seeking creatures. When we encounter someone we can't read, we lean in. We analyze. We try harder to earn their approval, to decode their intentions. And in that moment, they are completely under your influence. Think of the most powerful figures you've encountered in your life. The boss who never quite showed their cards. The romantic partner who remained slightly mysterious. The colleague who always seemed to know more than they let on. There was something magnetic about them, something that made you want to prove yourself, to get closer, to understand. That magnetism wasn't an accident. It was the result of strategic ambiguity. By never fully revealing themselves, they kept others perpetually engaged, perpetually trying to earn their attention. Concealment versus deception. Know the difference now. Before you start thinking this is a manual for becoming a manipulative liar, let's be precise. Greene is not advocating for dishonesty in the crude sense. He's making a far more sophisticated argument. Deception implies actively creating false beliefs in someone's mind to harm them. That's manipulation in the negative sense. It corrodes trust, destroys relationships, and eventually backfires spectacularly. Concealment, on the other hand, is simply the discipline of not sharing everything. It's recognizing that your inner life, your plans, your ambitions, these belong to you. You are under no obligation to broadcast them to the world. There is a profound dignity in this distinction. The person who conceals their intentions is not necessarily a schemer. They may simply be someone who has learned that the world doesn't always reward openness, and that protecting your plans is an act of self-respect. Reading others while hiding yourself here. As where this law becomes truly lethal when applied correctly, while you are concealing your own intentions. You are simultaneously reading everyone else's, because here's what happens when you stop talking so much and start observing. You see everything. You notice who deflects when certain topics come up. You notice who gets uncomfortable when success is mentioned. You notice who smiles with their mouth, but not their eyes. People reveal themselves constantly through their reactions, their silences, their overreactions. Every human interaction is a broadcast of information for those patient and disciplined enough to receive it. The master strategist, according to Greene, is someone who has developed this dual capacity to the highest degree, an impenetrable exterior that reveals nothing, combined with razor-sharp perception that misses nothing. This is asymmetric intelligence, and it gives you an almost unfair advantage in every negotiation, every relationship, every competition. Practical application. How to start today. You don't need to become a cold, calculating chess player overnight, but you can start making small, powerful adjustments immediately. First, practice the discipline of the pause. Before you share a new idea, a plan, or an ambition, wait. Ask yourself, does this person need to know this? What do I gain from sharing it? What do I risk? Second, learn to answer questions with questions. When someone probes your intentions, redirect. What do you think the best approach would be? Turns the spotlight back on them and keeps your cards hidden. Third, cultivate the habit of listening far more than you speak. In any conversation, the person who talks most reveals most. The person who listens most learns most. Choose to be the learner. Fourth, Develop a public face, a version of yourself that is warm, engaging, and entirely strategic. You can be genuinely kind and still be strategically opaque. These are not contradictions. Fifth, study the people around you. Pay attention to what they don't say. Silences are often louder than words. A person's hesitation before answering, their choice of topic changes, the things they conspicuously avoid, these are treasure maps. The long game, one of the most important insights in this chapter of Greene's philosophy, is the connection between concealment and long-term power building. Short-term thinkers reveal everything because they're desperate for immediate validation. They need to know right now whether their idea is good. They need approval today. They can't tolerate the uncertainty of working in silence. But long-term thinkers, they are comfortable with silence. They find power in patience. They understand that the greatest projects, the most transformative ambitions, the most meaningful victories, these take time. And the surest way to protect that time is to work quietly, reveal little, and let results speak when the moment is right. History is littered with brilliant ideas that were killed in infancy because their owners shared them too soon with the wrong people. And it is equally filled with extraordinary achievements built in silence by people who understood the power of concealment. Greene's message is this: be the architect working in private, not the dreamer seeking applause. The applause will come, but only if you protect the work long enough to complete it. Why this law feels uncomfortable, and why that matters if reading this chapter makes you slightly uncomfortable. That's worth sitting with. Most of us were raised to value openness, honesty, and sharing. We were told that good people are transparent, that hiding things is shameful, that secrecy is suspicious. And there's truth in that. In personal relationships, in intimacy, in trust building, openness is indeed a virtue. But Greene is not writing about personal relationships. He's writing about power dynamics, about the arenas where competition, ambition, and self-interest collide. And in those arenas, the rules are different. Understanding this doesn't make you cynical. It makes you realistic. It allows you to navigate the world as it actually is, rather than as you wish it were. And paradoxically, that realism makes you more capable of building the genuine relationships and meaningful success you actually want. Because you stop being naive, stop being blindsided, and stop handing your power to people who were never worthy of it. The takeaway: concealing your intentions is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about recognizing that not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every plan needs an audience. And not every ambition needs validation before it's real. Your power lives in your silence. Your strength lives in your strategy. And your success lives in the gap between what others think you were doing and what you were actually building. Master that gap, and you master the game.